Welcome back to another episode of Save Our Black Men. I'm your host, Ike. You know, I'm the one to preach, not the one to punch. Save our black men. Another week, another topic. Yeah, y'all got me more motivated than ever now. Our topic for this week: staying at your job too long. Will you live before you die? I came up with that episode or that topic because it's the holiday season. I see a lot of family separation, as you say. You know, it used to be a time that we gather, but now we don't. How long is too long at a job? If you're over 60, you've been at a job 35 plus years, go home. You've been there too long. The effects of staying at a job for so long is simple. You didn't spend time with your kids, and now you're not spending time with your grandkids. The effects of working so long that you die before you live. Understand, you have to work to provide for the family, but you also have to provide time for the family. Work, work, work in your younger years. But when you get older, it's time to go home. Go home and be with your family. Go home and raise your grandkids. You see, some people will be so dedicated to their job that they'll choose the job over their family. They're not in their kids' life. They abandon their wife. They abandon their grandkids for their job. So let me tell you what the effects of staying at a job too long has done to the black community. We used to be a close-knit community without all the violence, without all the jealousy and everything else that's going on. But that has changed. It has changed because older black men are still working. I got you. Some of y'all gonna say white supremacy. Hey, I understand that. Some of y'all gonna say divorce. Yeah, I'm tracking. But some of you all don't have an excuse. You stay at the job and you smile in people's face. You stay at the job because you think you're important. You stay at the job so you won't be at home. The effects of not being at home, your kids don't know nothing. Your kids don't know you. Your kids don't know how to cook. Your kids don't know how to clean. Your kids always with mama. Black men, we cannot be that dedicated to our job. That now is affecting family. My parents was taught by mom and dad, but more importantly, by their grandparents. Because mom and dad had to work. What I'm telling y'all kids gonna have to work. It's up to you all to be there to help with the grandkids. Back in the day, grandparents would help a lot because they were tired. At 60, they would go home, reflect on their life, and help with the grandkids. Take care of the family because the family is more important. Black men, we have to control that. We work, we neglect the kids. We work, we neglect the grandkids. But save our black men, we got to call you out. For anyone, my family, my friends, and my enemies. For anyone listening, if you know somebody who over 60 have been working at their job 30 plus years, tell them to go home. Because their grandkids need them more than ever. Some of them, their kids need them more than ever. Teach the grandkids how to make homemade biscuits. Teach the grandkids how to fish, for they'll never be hungry. Teach the basic skills of life that we pass down. You see, the problem with society now is not just the parents, it's the grandparents. I know stuff come up. You make bad decisions and you have to work. But at 60, I'm asking you to go home. Be with your family and be with your grandkids. Grandparents is the key. But what's going on in our community over the last 15, 20 years is that the grandparents are trying to act younger than the parents, staying at their job to keep income coming in so they can live a life that they never was afforded. They done lost track of what was more important. You see, staying at your job will surely cause you to die before you live. Because you're not in your grandkids' life. You're not teaching the kids or grandkids. You said, save our black men. We done solved the puzzle of what's going on in our community. It is simple. We don't have grandparents to help the parents. We didn't have the parents to help their kids. And now we got chaos in our community. If you're a parent, don't work all your life. Be there for that child. Make that sacrifice. If you're a grandparent and you still working and you over the age of 60, go home. You're not that important to anyone. Go home and build your kids and grandkids' life. Pass that knowledge down to them. Let's change the dynamic of the family. Because as us, we are selfish right now. People will spend more time with Bob, John, at their job than they would with their grandkids and kids. You know, it's sad when a young lady tell me, them ain't my kids. Them my grandkids. I ain't watching my grandkids. And then I ask one question. Did your grandmother watch you? Quiet. You see, that revolving door has destroyed our community. Grandparents has abandoned the grandkids. You know, they stay at their job and they work. They come in smiling. They come in body aching. They on high blood pressure medication. They're not going to the doctor to get a physical because they have to work. But as I tell people, and I tell you, the President of the United States can die now. He will be replaced within a couple of hours. Let that sink in. For the ones at a job, they're walking around with their nose in the air, been at that job 30 plus years, and thinking they're a God gift to that job. If you die, you'll be replaced before you make it to the funeral home. And the bad thing about that, when they have your funeral, it won't be 5 people to stand up and say anything good about you for only 2 minutes. Because you stayed at your job too long. You did not live before you died. You sacrificed your family and your grandkids for that job. At Save Our Black Men, we are asking the grandparents, even some parents, If you've been at a job 30 plus years and you're over the age of 60, go home. It is okay. That job will be okay. But we're your family. We're your grandkids. My mom and dad, who I give great, great respect, they inspired me to do a lot. And one thing I can say, they definitely be there for their grandkids. You see, at Save Our Black Men, you have to have a plan for, or as we call it, you have to have an out. When you get to that point, as my dad did, that you're going to retire, then start you something that you could be at home, that you could be in your kids' life, your grandkids, and at some point, your great grandkids' life. Your grandparents should assist the parents in raising the kids. The knowledge will be forever ingrained. The grandkids, when they become parents or grandparents, can pass that knowledge down. The revolving door, how it used to be for the black community. If you need to know how to raise kids, give us a call. Because if you're still at your job after all that time, go home. It is okay because we, at Save Our Black Men, have solved that puzzle. Selfish acts by us have destroyed our family. The inability to leave our job after being there most of our lives have destroyed the kids and have a prolonged effect on the grandkids. You see, I know people who are in their grandkids' life sacrifice for their grandkids because that's what their grandmother did for them. Help their parents out. But a lot of us don't do it because we are selfish. I tell people, why are you not on the organ donor list? You can't take it with you. Selfish acts, even when they die, they still want all their body parts, like they gonna be there to look at it. Selfish acts will work all our life, try to live young, and abandon the family. Leave our kids out to struggle. Leave our grandkids with no knowledge. You know, something that should hit you to your heart. It should be a great feeling to tell mom and dad, hey, I'm going to pick up the grandkids. And you get to that school, and them little kids running to you with a backpack on their back. The backpack normally, or book bag, however you want to call it, is normally bigger than the kid. And they're going side to side, and they're running as fast as they can. That should put a smile in your face. Once they get in the car, had a positive and productive day, you should say, let's go get some ice cream from McDonald's if the machine is working. If it's broken, we could go to Baskin Robbins. Ingrain in that child something they will love, and they'll never forget what the grandparents did. Not let kids be raised by video games or cell phones. The destruction of our community. Save Our Black Men knows that if you stay at a job too long, you will surely die before you live. You will be replaced before you make it to the funeral home. Now, 5 people will speak on you because they feel that you abandoned the kids. You have abandoned your mission. Your mission from God was to pass down your knowledge and increase your love for your kids and your grandkids as you get ready to transition from elder to the Heavenly Father. But our people, but black men and women, will not do that. They will stay at their job surely until they force them to go home and not have 5 good years to live. Die lonely. without anyone. You know, I could tell you a lot of stories, but I never forget this story. An older man was working. He surely died. Been at a job 45 years. But when he died, the only people in that house was dogs and bugs eating on him. No family, no friends, just abandonment. Not what God intended. Staying at his job all his life, and he died before he lived. Living means retirement, getting your kids' life for advice, getting your grandkids' life for everything. Keep the grandkids. Educate the grandkids. Pass that knowledge down to the grandkids. That's how we evolve. That's how we can stop all this criminal behavior, all the selfish acts that is going on in our community. If you're listening and you know anyone that's over 60 or at retirement age that has been at that job 30 plus years, tell them to go home. Go home and enjoy your grandkids. Go home and enjoy your kids. Amend whatever was broken between you and your kids. Life is not about selfish acts. God did not intend that to be in our community. We should know better. We went through more than any other race in history, and now we're being selfish. But at Save Our Black Men, we have solved this puzzle. Grandparents, if you're a grandparent out there, you should keep your grandchildren at least one weekend out the month. You should keep your grandkids a lot of summer days. You should teach them, educate them, let them read to you, let them walk with you, and just pass down that knowledge. It will forever be ingrained in them. And they will know to pass it on to someone else. But, as always, I'm about to close out. I'm past my time. But just remember this. I'm going to say it again for the ones who didn't hear me in the back. If the President of the United States die right now, he'll be replaced in a couple hours. If you die at your job, you'll be replaced before you make it to the funeral home. You are not that important. Your family should be first. Your grandkids should be always. Love them, teach them, educate them. And let's stop this selfish acts that we are doing. As always, I'm about to get out of here. And remember this name. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to look left and right and call this name. You know, I'm the one to preach, not the one to punch. Save our black men.